Welcome, new and returning listeners, to today's episode of the Black Business Roundtable. I am your host, Doug Blacksher, broadcasting to you live from the city of Oakland, of Diversity in the United States, California, at 4 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. East Coast time every News Thursday. Today, we are speaking with Sister Alice Muhammad-Scoggins, right here. Been knowing her for over 30 years, out here serving the community. Founder of Helping Hands Together, We'll Thrive. Finally, Dr. Ashley Coleman, Doctor of Psychology, whom we hope to have back with us soon for Therapeutic Thursday. I know she would share it is Mental Health Month 2024. Until her next check-in, we are holding it down, and we'll do our best to keep your mental health in check with a reminder. And remember, if you are depressed, feeling suicide, anxiety, and need to talk to somebody, call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Now, brothers and sisters, I know we sometimes feel that we don't need help, but we always need somebody to talk to when we're depressed, feeling suicidal, and things aren't going that well. Women looking for therapy, call therapyforblackgirls.com. And men looking for therapy, go to therapyforblackmen.com. And just remember, at the 988, it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that women looking for therapy again, because Black people, we got 400 years of slavery. We got 400 years of being taken advantage of. Anybody who has endured anything like that, that kind of help is necessary. Also, men, 400 years of slavery, 400 years of building this country, and just recently have an opportunity to have generational wealth, own our own property. Go to the website therapyforblackmen.org. Also, audience, see hashtag below. Helping Hands. Hashtag Helping Hands. Together, we'll thrive. We'll thrive. Hashtag Doug Blacksher. Hashtag Black Business Roundtable Blacksher. Calendar this week. This Monday, courtesy of National Day Calendar. If you were born in May, you share a birthday with Eva Perón, Argentine, actress and politician. Miles Davis, musician. John F. Kennedy, President of the United States. And my man, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock. And remember, I like The Rock. National Life Insurance Day marks the anniversary of the first day that life insurance became available in the United States. National Weeks, National Pet Week, National Month, National Mental Health Awareness Month. And once again, Black people, if you feel stressed out, overwhelmed, don't be too proud to reach out to 988 and talk to somebody, because they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hashtag below, hashtag Life Insurance Day, hashtag National Pet Week, hashtag SWSA Awareness Month. Calendar note from Equal Justice Initiative. On May 2nd, 1963, and that's when I was born, I'm a young man still. More than 1,000 Black children peacefully protested racial segregation in Birmingham, Alabama, as part of the Children's Crusade, beginning a movement that, and I'm going to leave it there because I want you to click on EJI, calendar link for the remainder of this history lesson in our podcast description. Learn more about our history of racial injustice, uh, um, racial discrimination, racial disparity. Black people have suffered all kind of racial issues in this country, and it's time that we band together and fight for what's right. Click EJI calendar link for the remainder of this story lesson in our podcast description. Learn more about our history, our history. And if you don't know what you've been through, you don't know how to get to the other side. So go to EJI and find out the history of racial injustice and about EJI. And the calendar is listed below, and that is calendar.eji.org. Today on the Black Business Roundtable podcast, sister, come over here, sister.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Sister Alice Muhammad-Scoggins, founder of Helping Hands Together, We'll Thrive. And I love the part, we'll to thrive in this country, in the United States of America, and like the Hispanics do, like the Asians do, like the Indians do, and now like the Black people. This sister has come to tell us her story of 30 years, 30 plus years of feeding homeless people. And her husband just walked in, Mr. Lonnie Scoggins. He's gonna be coming on. He's gonna be coming on in a minute. We're gonna turn the. There you go, sir. That's Mr. Scoggins right there.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing the best.
All right. I'm glad you came in to join us, man, because this is very important what we're doing today.
Yeah,
I've already made a contact with City Council. Get back on script. Along with her husband, Mr. Lonnie Scoggins Jr., uplifting those less fortunate in their community for over 30 years. She has done more for her community than some elected officials, specifically Supervisor Nate Miley. And let me be clear, this is in your district. It's your obligation, your responsibility as an elected official to come down here and see the great work that these two people are doing in deep East Oakland. Serving their districts, Nate Miley, if you were serving, you'd be down here. Serving their districts in term after term as long as 24 years. That's how long you've been a supervisor. 24 years. And this is not coming from anybody on the screen, Nate Miley, because you know me. I take you on. And if you're not doing your job, I'm gonna take you on. That's my job. That's my job. And I love my job. You've been supervisor for 24 years, causing havoc here in Oakland. Elected officials, do your jobs and do positive work. As our unelected sister here and her husband, Lonnie, and guest today has accomplished. Thank you both. And keep up with good work. I guarantee you this is not the last you're going to hear from this part of Doug Blacksher.
I believe it.
Coming up, national and local announcements. Marcus Flowers, and you remember Marcus Flowers, the brother who ran against Marjorie Greene down in Georgia. He lost, but he's still a powerful entity in the United States of America. Marcus Flowers and friends of the show reminds everyone that early voting is open in Georgia. And visit his website at marcusflowersforgeorgia.com. Instagram, Marcus Flowers for Georgia. Obama please take it away. Are you there?
Yeah. So, friends of the show, a friend of the show, Rex Pickett, author of Sideways, which became a movie, has completed a what you call a tetralogy, Sideways, Oregon, and it's just announced that they're authorized a sequel. So they're accepting pre-orders now, and Sideways Chile as well as Sideways New Zealand. Congratulations. And we are extending an invitation to see if Rex Pickett and the guest, Miss Niambi Shivers, the founder of Ark Republic, can appear with us once again, also with Sideways movie screening returning in October 2024. So that's the ticket. See the contact, here the contact information. It's Rex Pickett website. That's www.rexpickettbooks.com/ and Kaia Niambi Shivers. That's www.arkrepublic.com/ and they're at IG at Rex Pickett, at Sideways Brand, and IG at Ark Republic. So next to you, Doug.
Well, it looked like we're having a little bit of
Connections. Okay.
Obama, are you back with us?
I'm here.
Are you back with us, Obama? Okay, yeah, we have a little bit of technical difficulty down there.
Okay.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Give us your thumbs up and thumbs down locally and nationally. Hashtag thumbs up, hashtag thumbs down. Fans of this segment, send me your thumbs up and thumbs down the day before our show, and they may be featured on the show. Contact me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Is caring. So, are you ready? Let's go. It's time to party. Thumbs up. Hot damn. Arizona, that had allowed a ruling from 1864 in regards to abortion, had a Senate vote, and it was repealed. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Get out there and vote. Black people especially, our votes are needed, because if we're not sitting at the table, we are on the menu. Remember that. If we're not sitting at the table, we are on the menu. Millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars go through our community, our city, our county, our state of California, and all across the nation. We need to start electing politicians who are going to, like the one who's sitting up here, the next governor, Barack Obama. Obama Shaw, but we have got to start electing politicians who are going to direct these hundreds of millions of dollars into our community. And that is the key of what we're talking about today. I got Sister Alice here and her husband, Brother Lonnie, who feeds the homeless. Get out there every day for over 30 years with their family. The city of Oakland, the county of Alameda needs to come down here and see what a great job they're doing. I'm telling you, this is amazing. I am glad to be a part of this today. And next governor, Mr. Barack Obama Shaw, we need to get you down here to take a look at it, because it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Man. It is amazing.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna let her tell a story, but I'm so excited that they asked me to be a part of this, to come see it. And when Sister tells you about what's going on at this location, and I believe by City of Oakland, and if you see, I have my City of Oakland lapel on the Community Policing Advisory Board. We're going to do everything we can to get this resolved, and you bank on that. So let's get our thumbs up for the Senate, who has repealed and the 15-week versus 6-week abortion ban returned. Another win for women and reproductive freedom. And that's what I'm talking about. Another win. We can't let a few dictate for the many. That's why it's so important to get out there and vote. Thumbs down. Thumbs down goes to the City of Oakland. I'm down here today, and this is my third time in 3 years doing an on-site live interview. But this is so important that we look out for this organization, Sister Alice Muhammad-Scoggins and Brother Lonnie Scoggins, founders of Helping Hands Together Will Thrive. That brings me into our guest for today. We welcome an important resource organization, Oakland, California. Helping Hands Together Will Thrive. Brother Obama, take it away.
So Helping Hands Together Will Thrive picks up food from their distributors 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and distribute food to the homeless 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And this organization has no staff. However, with the help of a few volunteers here and there, the work is done primarily between herself and her husband. So this couple has managed to serve between 100 to 150 people every Tuesday and Thursday, and anywhere from 200 to 350 people on Saturdays. In addition, they also make and give out gift bags on holidays and special occasions. So audience, welcome to the Black Business Roundtable, Sister Alice Muhammad-Scoggins, founder of Helping Hands Together Will Thrive. Back to you, Doug.
You know what? We make a good team here, brother. We're going to have to do this more often.
We'll make it happen.
Remind me of MSNBC. Back to you, Doug. I like that one. Okay, welcome. Welcome, Sister Alice, and welcome, Brother Lonnie Muhammad-Scoggins, to talk about two issues. Well, actually, we put together 6 questions that we want to talk with Brother Scoggins and Sister Scoggins and ask them, what made you choose to start such an ambitious program feeding people over 30 years ago?
Well, number one, I'm from a large family, Jackson, Mississippi. And nobody went hungry in our family. Even if a mother had 24 kids, no one knew what hunger was. We made our own garden. The neighbors pitched in. We don't have that connection like I did when I came up, because everybody looked out for one another. If you had 20 kids, it was like you had one kid, because everybody in the neighborhood fed your children and disciplined them, and they obeyed. Because you know what you got to whoop them with. And when I came to California, I I never seen people sleeping on the street. I never seen people eating out the garbage can. Now remember now, my mom had 12 and my mother and father was 14. And everybody in the neighborhood was like a family. We ate together, we played together, we fight together. But at the end of the day, it was always love and respect. And so one day, I started going to Laney College, not Laney, Alameda College to be a dental technician. I said, they got all these opportunities out here. And no one is taking advantage of it. It don't make sense. I am praying for the days that they have. So I started Delaney College. I graduated. Then I started working for Mervyn. It was at Eastmont Mall. And I worked there, and then I became a supervisor. See, I like to take ownership. If you're going to do something, make sure it's right. I don't do it at all. And that's what I did. Then later on, I met my husband. And we became as one. And I've been that way ever since. Because when you got a good companion, you can go to the moon and back. But if you don't have that, you can't. You must work together. You got to be as one. And we became as one. I would make biscuits, because back south, you know how to cook, okay? And put a piece of meat between them, just to give it to someone that was hungry. Why should we be hungry? Now, coming from back south, we making $1 an hour. Y'all making 25, 30, 40 dollars an hour. I couldn't see that. And I said, that don't make sense. But the standard of living out here was very hard. Then I had children. And then I met my husband. Then we bonded and became as one. You have to be as one. Because you can't do your thing and I do my thing. We're in this thing together. And this is what we have to remember. So that's where it's. I had my babies making sandwiches and making brown bags. So when they got older, they didn't take things for granted. So my daughters, they're well off. One is she's a school teacher and a real estate broker. The other is a real estate broker. And my baby girl and the one next to the baby girl, she was a real estate agent. But I never wanted to get in that field. I wanted to get in the field where the people's are. You know, let's do something for the people. I know I couldn't win every race, but I
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties, but hang in there and we'll get it sorted out. All right. And Doug, I think you'll be coming back on in a moment as we're kind of working out the technical difficulties. Well, we'll say we are fortunate as we're working out. Hopefully, you guys hear me. As we're fortunate to have Helping Hands Thrive Together, and touched on a lot of great points of a relationship where you're working together and you have a common goal, and then you're hearing the children that come along in those footsteps to make a difference, to make sure that people are provided for. I mean, at least having a meal, a healthy meal, and to know that there's somebody in society pulling together to help you out. So life is doesn't have that life doesn't have that context that you can't make it. So are we back now?
Yes, we're back. We're having a little technical difficulties, but the reception in here is not too good, and that goes to, this is a City of Oakland building, and you got internet that's not working clear, but we're back.
Okay.
Well, that second question.
So where did you start your first event to feed the community?
Out of my house. Well, out of my apartment.
Wow. How many? Approximately how many people that day?
Well, you know what General Motors was on 98th Avenue?
No, 98. Okay.
What I did, I went there and got some names and stuff. And they said, sure, we'll be glad to buy dinners. But they was like $1.50. It wasn't, but they were making like probably $10, $15 an hour. So my daughters and I, we would make tuna sandwich. And I love to bake. I bake a cake and made lemonade, took it to them. So everything, the lemonade, the cake, and the sandwich for $3.
And what year was it?
60. I think it was like 64. 1964.
Audience, these are the type of people who identify, specifically in the Black community, what it means to band together as a family, as a unit. If we had more of this, not in just the city of Oakland, the county of Alameda, the state of California, or the United States of America, Black people will be more powerful. And I've had some people tell me, Doug, man, you get pretty hard, you get pretty tough up. We're going to start having solutions. And that is why we're here today, to give solutions. And I'll say a brief story that when I was teaching at the College Alameda, the first day I went in there, I looked around and those people were hungry. They needed hygiene. They needed clean apparatus, clothes, just the basics. So the next day I came back to class. I had went to Safeway and I went to, I think it was Walmart back then, and I got sodas, I got coffee, I got milk, I got donuts, I got soap, towels, t-shirts of small to extra large, and I placed it out on the table. And when the people came in, because that's back when they had welfare to work program under the Clinton administration back in 1992. When they came in and saw that, they knew I cared. And see, that's the thing about Black people. They think that we don't care. Sister Alice and brother Lonnie, we know you care. That's why we are here to help. And before we leave, ask the next question, there's some pictures on the wall over here I don't know if we'll be able to see them. Before we leave out, we're going to show you the pictures that they have on the wall of the work that they do in the community. But getting back to Mr. and Mrs. Scoggins, is the city of Oakland assisting you in any way, and I mean in any way, for those less, or excuse me, financially or donated supplies, etc.? Now, I know that you guys have a nonprofit organization because I saw the paperwork. So can you speak on that, please? Thank you.
The government helping us. We do get a grant. We just started for my daughter. She knew how to get it, Felicia. But how many years did we do without the truck, a van? So we do have a van from the city. It's out back, but we just got it after all these years.
Brother Scoggins, can you speak on that? Have you seen any big help from the city of Oakland along with your wife here? In regards to the 30 years. I mean, you guys been in business 30 years. And have you reached out to anybody from Oakland? I do remember Lauren Taylor was in this district. And I don't remember Lauren Taylor doing too much of anything. Can you speak on that, sir? Thank you.
We haven't received a lot of support. This was basically Sister Alice and myself on our own, coming out of pocket, doing the program. We had no funding from anybody. We weren't paid to do anything. It was all a gift from God that God gave us. And it was a giving spirit, a loving and caring spirit. And that's what we did. That's what we do today. We've had people from Old Man's Park, downtown Oakland, to Sobrani Park in East Oakland. We've been to every park in Oakland, passing out food all these years. And it was all on us. We didn't get no support. We went to the bakeries. We went to the bread factories. We finally decided we needed to get a 501c3 number. So we petitioned the stores, and we got a couple of stores, and things started going real good. We had an opportunity to get away from going from park to park to park, distributing the food. Mr. Horace Houston opened up the Rainbow Recreation Center, and gave us a room for us to work out of. And we've been here for the last
30 years.
30 years, right here, Rainbow Recreation Center. And when we first started here, there was a lot of violence in the neighborhood. There was a lot of shootings, a lot of death down in this creek behind the center, and couldn't nobody play in the park. Kids couldn't play in the park because of drugs and all these other things. And we decided to try to really make a difference other than feeding. So we talked to Dr. Watson, and he came with his health mobile. He did AIDS testing and blood testing, diabetes, and all those kind of tests. And we had the police department to come out, and the fire department to come out when we had holiday barbecue in the park. And they helped pass out the food and regulate things. We changed the neighborhood. And eventually, we had an opportunity to share in the rebuilding of the Rainbow Recreation Center They tore the old center down and put up the new one, and it's been the caterpillar and the butterfly.
And I'd like to piggyback before you ask your next question, Obama. Can you tell our national and international audience, and I like to say international because I got a call from a gentleman in Shanghai, China. Black man said, "I watch your show every week, Mr. Blacksher," and I was heartened by that. So, can you tell our national and international audience what just recently happened with the city of Oakland? Thank you. Go ahead, sister. Hold on. Calvary's coming. Come on. Let everybody know what's going on here in Oakland for an organization that's been here 30 plus years, feeding the home.
They want me out. They don't say it, but they say little things. And if I'm feeding the neighborhood who pay the bills here should have to say so. If y'all don't come out and see what's going on, I can't tell you everything because I'm trying to feed the people.
And you were just robbed recently? And what did they take?
Several times.
They took every piece of meat out of 4 deep freezers for the people. They took flour, sugar, everything that you would go to the store and buy. Where was the police? They never came. It's heartbreaking that you get up in the morning at 4 a.m. to go shop for the less fortunate. And that's a whole week's worth of food. Because I do like 300 and 400 people. Now, I have to make up this food. Then heard about what happened. Some people donate $10 or $20, but I don't take it. Those what you call faithful people. But there's others out there that can do much more. The mayor of Oakland, city council, where are you? What are we paying you for? I can keep my own seat warm. Get up and come see about me. If it wasn't for me, where would you be?
On that note, before I pass the baton, turn it over to Mr. Obama. When Shang Tai was running for mayor, I came down and convinced Brother Scoggins and Sister Alice to help us get her in office. And you just heard Sister Alice. So on that note, I did talk to Councilmember Kevin Jenkins. He said he's going to come down. He and I are going to do a site visit. But the mayor's office, I did talk to Deputy Mayor Kimberly. And if you guys are watching, I hope you do your jobs. On that note, turn it over to Mr. Obama.
Well, I like to say, I'm heartbroken as well that you're putting forth all those efforts and someone comes and just robs the place, robs and takes all of those supplies from people. So that's, doesn't work. And I give you my word that I will come down there and see what I can do. So not just hear from the show, but actually come down there and see what we can do together toward, having people to really support you and your efforts, because it's definitely a heart-filled mission you can hear the burden, and I think it's a good message to have people to listen to the burden that's put on your heart to do something, instead of watching people like yourself do it for years and years and not chipping in. So with that said, I believe you probably answered this question, but I wanted to see, I think how many years you've been uplifting the less fortunate.
32 years.
32 years. And you started with just a passion, and just your own initiative, and you just start taking action.
No, I was from a big family.
Mm-hmm.
And when we back south, everybody helps.
Yeah.
And I can understand why they wouldn't help these people out here.
Yeah.
Why? They never done anything to you. They hungry. If
Yep.
you hungry, you gonna steal. So why do they have to steal? Put it up there. If no one is willing to take the test, I am. I'm breed for it. I don't need no help. I need support.
Audience, it sounds like Sister Alice is not asking for a handout. She's asking for a handout to help others and give them a hand up. This is amazing. This is one great interview today. Brother Obama, I'm glad you were here to share it with me. On that note, what challenges do you and are you having now, if any? Thank you.
I'm waiting.
Have you reached out to the city and not heard back from anybody?
Yeah, what's that?
And what's the gentleman's name who came down here? Do you have his card? Because I'm going to immediately get on that.
Lawrence Taylor came down.
Lawrence Taylor.
He didn't do nothing.
I mean, the one who you believe is trying to get you out of here. What's his name? You can tell me. In order to fight people who don't understand your mission in life, and not a new mission, over 3 decades of serving this community. And you heard Brother Lonnie talk about getting a health van down here to test people and check people out. Working on, like Sister Alice said, if you hungry, you gonna steal. If you are hungry, you gonna steal. I'm passing it over to you, Obama.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to share that we haven't touched on this afternoon?
Yes, I want my own building, so I can fluctuate with the peoples the way they should be. I don't have to rush to do this, rush to do a sandwich, rush to do this. It's all out of love and respect. They're not animals. They're human beings.
Audience, you heard it here on the Black Business Roundtable. I want to thank both Mr. Lonnie, Brother Lonnie, and Sister Alice for your outstanding interview today on the Black Business Roundtable. And as you see right above their head, it says breaking news. This is breaking news. When you got a husband and wife who has dedicated their life for over 3 decades in this deep East Oakland to serve our community. And I can assure you, many people that they serve could have been breaking into your house and my house, carjacking you and everything else. So I'm going to start wearing this City of Oakland lapel proudly. I got this from serving on the Community Policing Advisory Board last night. I will be definitely calling Deputy Chief Bear and asking him, what can we do to better protect this establishment? There's an establishment on 82nd and MacArthur, was ran by Regina Jackson, and they put all kind of security down there. Why can't they do that here? What is the problem? What is the problem? So, on that note, I want to thank my brother Lonnie and my sister Alice. Is there anything before we let you go that you want to let my national and international, hey Shanghai, international audience know about Oakland, Deep East Oakland, and moving forward to making sure that we continue? I won't even say continue. We start supporting your operation and Operation Helping People, as it says in your name. Helping hands together will thrive. Oakland, let's start helping brother Lonnie and sister Alice.
Call us anytime.
Okay.
What's the number? We only have,
Happy.
what's the number? You give them the number so they can say they didn't know the number.
Okay, area code 510-513. Anytime.
One more time, so that if for the hearing impaired.
510-575-2513. Helping hands. We
Thank-
care.
Thank you, brother Lonnie. Thank you, sister Alice. We love you.
These pictures what I started.
Oh, we're gonna see if we can get a shot of these pictures over here. Before they go, they want to show us the pictures. I might have to do a little adjustment here. Hold on a second.
You want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up right now.
What's that right here?
Hang on one second. I'll
We'll
just
turn that around.
Yeah, I want to figure
You're
this.
turning the whole table around.
Okay.
Or
And these are my adopted sons. They help. He works it.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can get a shot of these pictures.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, over here.
Okay, here we go, audience. We got a shot of these pictures they have here. Can you bring them a little closer? Just bring them a little closer so we can.
I'm not gonna stand up. Oh,
Yeah.
that looks
Oh, yeah.
good.
Audience, this is the type of work that brother Lonnie and sister Alice are doing in the community.
Probably needs to be a little closer. We can't really see. If you can get closer to that. That's better. Can you get any closer? All right.
You getting it okay?
That it could be a little bit closer though, actually.
It's right up in front of me.
Right up in front of you. Yeah. Okay. Well, also there's a video, I think a couple of videos too of the work that's being done as well, and I think people should to get that link as well to see.
And audience, as we get back into the studio, there we go. We're gonna wrap it up today. I'd like to have a few minutes to talk to my brother from another mother and the next governor of the state of California. How have you been?
I've been
How
great.
have you been, Obama? How are things going, man?
Everything's coming along pretty good. Pretty good. Absolutely.
Okay, well,
And
Sister Alice says she can't wait.
she can't wait for what she said.
Huh?
What was that?
She said he can't wait. She can't wait to meet the next governor. She wants you to come on down.
I'm coming on down, and I'm inspired because that's from the heart, and that's one of the things I want to. My campaign is about is not waiting from the top to come down. It's looking at what you can do, having the initiative to get in action. Because she looked at her own resources. She looked at being from the South. I'm from the South as well, and that's how it was. Everybody looked out for everybody. If you were hungry, you went over your aunties and your friends, and Thanksgiving, you ate Thanksgiving 6 or 7 times because you went over everybody's house. You got something. That's just the way it was. You couldn't just eat in one house like, well, I got to save some room, Mama. I got to go over a few people's houses.
My people from Arkansas. So
we're just the way it was. Yeah, so I definitely now. It's like the culture. So it's being influenced by the culture, Yeah, so I'm saying I'm glad they were influenced by their culture from down south and brought it here, and it does make a difference to have that hospitality and a feel of someone cooked a meal for you, and they didn't want anything for you. They wanted something from you. They didn't want anything from you. They wanted something for you, to know that you're loved, you're cared for, somebody cares about you. You can hold your head up high, and that the world is not as bad as it seems, and that there's always hope. And I love the message of the helping hands, those hands helping people, and just making that difference. And so we should follow their lead. And so I look forward to meeting them and doing what I can to put my hands in there as well.
Well, as we close it out, Helping Hands audience, and I'm going to say it loud and clear. Helping Hands Together Will Thrive is located at 5800 International Boulevard in Oakland, California. And for the hearing impaired, Helping Hands Together Will Thrive is located at 5800 International Boulevard in Oakland, California. Volunteers are more than welcome. Please visit their website, Facebook, and look at the video that we're going to put up on our site so that it shows her and the line of people that she feeds. So as we close it out, I want to thank you. And I want to thank you, Mr. Doni Glover, for the honor of the Black Business Roundtable, being a part of your growing network dedicated, and I use the word dedicated, to bringing the real news, unfiltered news, before the news. Hashtag blackusa.news, hashtag Doni Glover, bemorenews.com, blackusa.news, DoniGlover.com, twitter.com, hashtag Doni Glover. See more shows under his media umbrella, which would include Chap and Friends, Party Marty Let's Talk, Black U.S. Crypto News with Kamal Hubbard, the Blackout Live from New York with my sister, Tajmir, tearing it up in New York, 60 Minutes in Black USA with Michael Haney, my brother, blackusa.news, Morning Show, Doni Glover, Shared Space, Frontline News, Troy Rawlings Show, and the Beverly Smith Show, and more. Pat, turn it over to Obama.
Well, that's I'm grateful to be here today, and that's I'm signing off now, and I'm grateful to share this tag team, and I look forward to doing this again in the future because it's been a lot of fun.
All right, thank you. We enjoyed having you, and we want to keep your name out there so that we understand that you will be the next governor of this great state of California. And once again, we have an international audience. So as I close out today, audience, thank you for your continuing to share hashtag Stand With Carlton of Raleigh, NC 2022. NC is for North Carolina. In prison, a young Black man, entrepreneur, that worked as a professional tattoo artist in his own brick and mortar storefront with celebrity clients, not only in North Carolina, but in other states. He was in prison for self-defense and threatened with bodily harm, along with his patrons in his business establishment. Please listen to the backstory on Carlton. The link is in the podcast description. Also, thank you, audience, for your thoughts, prayers, messages, and donations for Carlton. Thank you here in Northern California for your continued supporting hashtag Justice for Enzo the Husky in Lodi, California, the animal advocate Crystal Kelly Foundation based in Southern California. Continue with hashtag boycott Lodi CA, hashtag boycott Lodi, hashtag boycott Lodi wine. You may have many choices for wine purchases other than 80 plus winemakers in Lodi, California. The police need to be shaming themselves. If you have any wine preference, don't go to Lodi, California and get your wine. And we're going to close out today by saying, tune in every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 7 p.m. East Coast Time on the BlackUSA.News Network, on Facebook, and live on Instagram, and also on YouTube. And remember, together, we can listen, learn, and share, because I know you care. This is Doug Blacksher closing it out in Oakland, California, with Dr. Ashley Coleman coming back soon. God bless and good night.